Hello guys, I just wanted to welcome you in today and for my next video. Many of you may not know, but when I actually started many years ago, poetry was my first love. I've always loved poetry. I always loved the works of people like Shakespeare, even the Bible. In fact, I've read extensively. I've read everything and anything that can be read that I could get my hands on. Even things like Shakespeare, like I said, even the Bible, other holy works and old stuff like Chaucer and Beowulf. I've always enjoyed them because of the poetry. I love poetry. I love words. I love just the way things can fit together, the way changing the intonation or the use of a word can change the whole thing that you are trying to say. It can make it much more impactful. Look at Homer with the Iliad and everything, with the Iliad and the Odyssey, epic poetry. I love the stuff. I've written quite a few poems based on that, and hopefully better than that. We can see. But I've got this here. This chapbook is out at the moment on Amazon and all of your reputable ebook suppliers. Quoth the Raven, you Poe. It was based on the premise, quite simply, of trying to think from the point of view of the Epiphanes Raven in the Edgar Allan Poe poem. The Edgar Allan Poe poem. I'll get it right in a minute. But it's also a play on words on poem and Poe, as I'm sure you can imagine. And this actually became a lot more popular than I thought. I actually sent a copy of this to the author Ian Irvine. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's quite a very popular, excellent Australian author and also marine biologist. Gosh, could the man be more talented than that? He's a known marine biologist and environmentalist, clearly, and also a very good author. So I was very impressed to actually, I was flattered that he liked my work. I sent it to him on the off chance, and he liked it. What can I say? But here we have for you. This is, like I said, the whole chapbook here. It's full of poems divided into 5 parts, in fact. And it was originally released around Christmas and meant as a sort of, shall we say, commentary on the actual way holidays are celebrated these days and the whole contention and fight that people have between how we should celebrate these events. But it's like, oh gosh, the fact that we're fighting means we don't get it, in my opinion. But 'tis my opinion, and 'tis my opinion alone, and I shall defend it as best as I can. And yeah, it's one of the weird things I do. I occasionally think in poetry. Now, I'm just trying to pick a poem that I'd like to read for today. And I think it's going to be one of these two. Yeah, let's read this one. This is one of my absolute favourites myself. Absolutely love this poem. And I wrote this many years ago, called Bridges and Silences. So, let's see if we can hear this and see what you guys think. So, I hear the clock, tick tock, tick tock. The water drips, drip, drop, drip, drop. Whispers the wind, come thee, come thee. No one speaks, but I hear the words which cannot be spoken. Before me stretch bridges unbroken, go to whence I cannot say, linking light and dark, night and day, truth and lie, come what may. I cannot tell you. Drip, drip, drip. Silence rains and flows across the bridge. Under bridge, over bridge flows. Who knows whence it goes? Tick, tick, tick. Time passes, silence flows. 100 bridges beneath my feet pass. I wonder which of them will be my last. Tick, tick. When shall the clock stop? When shall the sand cease to flow? When will the water cease to drip? Where will the silence go when I am not here to hear it? 100 unfolding truths spread like peacock fans beneath my feet. Unravel, unroll, and take their own paths, their own bridges to where? To where? Oh, they are gone. Perhaps I'll find another one. Now where did I put that thing? I remember not. Perhaps it fell beneath the bridge. Twisting, bending, rolling, burning, freezing, flowing, coming and going, all at once but without moving, all begins and ends in the same place, but seeming to do neither. Of course it makes sense, you just have to forget that it doesn't. It's simple, really. Once you see how complicated it is. Drip, drip, drip. I am me, and you are you. You are, well. You mean to tell me you do not know? You are me too. We are all the same, and different and separate and joined. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it clear? It makes sense when you look at it objectively through a lens of sand and water. The bridges stretch off to infinity, linking each to each a million times a million, always branching, never reaching, always touching, never seeking. Each the same, you say? Perhaps. Drip, drip, tick, tick, tock, tick. And now obviously this one, not to be too cliched and weird, came to me in a dream. It was a very strange dream I had, where I literally was in some dark and misty place, seeing bridges forming and branching off, and so came the poem. Now, obviously there's going to be meaning to this poem, isn't there? Clearly. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to figure it out for yourselves, aren't you? I will leave that to you. Now, I want to leave us today because I do like doing some poetry with another of my favourites. This one has a more concrete meaning, which I hopefully you'll get. This one is called The Precipice, and then I'm going to finish off with a titular poem of the series, the F.U. Poe one. So, or quoth the Raven. So, this one is called Precipice, and it's a little bit short, but it uses quite distinct language. In the landscapes of my dreams I reach the rocky marge, and feel the rock shift beneath. On both sides, left and right, it extends beyond sight, before a precipice, falling down into depths unseen, filled with a dense and swirling mist, through which my eyes just cannot see. Behind there lies an empty road. Behind the sun shines bright upon the sand, though wind is rising and clouds spread across the azure span, like ink in a bowl of water swirling. This is a road to the past. The coming storm is blocking it. Before me lies the precipice, mist-filled and unknown. I seek to see the other side, but I cannot. The mist is too thick. Through the mist there could be anything I do not know. I take a stone up from the floor and cast it over. Swirling, the mist accepts it, and then it is gone. I listen, but no sound returns. And then the rain begins to fall. In argent sheets the rain does fall, pounding the dust into submission. The path behind me does not wash away, instead carves it more deeply. The water flowing towards me in rivulets of dirty silver before running about my feet. As I watch, the rain could soon become a deluge, turning again to face the misty void and know the choices that I face. So does fear tighten my heart with fingers of ice, to leap in total faith into the mist beyond and trust in what awaits, to walk back into the deepening path and find my answers there, or here to sit until the deluge comes and washes me over the edge. I find none of these attractive in themselves, though fear what they may mean. And this fear, it is weakening, drawing out the darkness from behind my eyes. And so, swallowing back the fear and spreading my arms, like the wings of a fallen angel unused to glory, I face the unknown mist before me and leap. And again, I think quite personally, the meaning to that poem is quite simple, quite easy to understand. But of course I wrote it, so I'm going to think that, aren't I? I'm going to say, oh yeah, this is easy to understand, this poem. Gosh, if you don't understand this poem, then you obviously never read poetry before. Except maybe in birthday and Christmas cards or something like that. Or Valentine's Day cards. Maybe I can become famous writing that sort of poetry, or maybe, what do you call them, fortune cookies. Who knows? But anyway, I think it's clear, and I'd like you to give me an idea what you think on that. Now, we're going to end with it in a slightly lighter note. This is the titular poem, called Why the Raven Hateth Poe, or subtitle, Open the Bloody Door. Let's read this one, because this one's got a bit more rhythm and interest to it. I try and write as many different styles as I can. I don't think I, as such, have a fixed style of my own, but you never know. I like to be a bit more varied. So let's begin on this one, and then we'll close up. Here I am, perched inside this house. It seems I shall be here for evermore, croaking at the little man, barricaded behind his chamber door, muttering about his Eleanor. I called to him, open up the bloody door. It seems he hears me not at all. My quawkings and solicitous callings upon deaf ears are falling. I politely from him request egress. He replies with a quavering, nevermore. I want to leave this creepy house full of darkest thought, that stupid man locked up in his chamber tight, refusing to open up the bloody door. I smell nearby my evening repast, my belly it is nothing empty. But out he will not come, that man, muttering to himself ever over Eleanor. Open up the bloody door, you stupid little man. If quaff you once again nevermore, I'll have your eyes, I swear. Yet it seems this man he does not care. I fear I shall leave this place nevermore. I beat upon the chamber door, crying, open up the bloody door. All I hear is his meek reply, again with nevermore. I simply wish to leave this house I so abhor. Come on, little man, open up this bloody door. Open up this bloody door, free me from this house I so abhor. I beat my wings upon the damned chamber door. Open up right now, ye mousy man whore, or you shall see for nevermore. Quiet as the rodent he resembles, a crack he opens up his chamber door. As meek a man as I ever saw, softly he whispers, nevermore. I bite the urge to mark his face with claw and silently indicate for him to open the front door, that I may be shot of this idiot forevermore. Shall I beat him down with wings, writhing down upon the floor, I peck out eyes him, screeching out his nevermore? I will sate my hunger well upon his gore, till he stops whining forevermore. But then who would open me this bloody door? Seems I need this muttering ass after all. He's going to say it again, I am sure, that dratted word of nevermore. Should I beak this human example poor, a lucky escape, I think, for Eleanor. Now the door is open just a bit outside, my dinner beckons. 'Tis time to bid this fool goodbye. I really should peck him in the eye, but never mind, 'tis time to fly. I consent myself with disdainful quawk, and then turn tail upon this hovel for evermore. Chuckling in mine wit so good and certain, I turn wing gracefully into the night, and crap upon the curtains. Thank you. And I will leave you there. I find it funny. If you don't find it funny, I quite honestly don't care. This is me finding my own stuff funny. I'm allowed. If no one else is reading it and appreciating it, I am going to. Please, those of you who enjoyed some of that poem, would like poetry and would like to see more, Quoth the Raven is available on Amazon and all your regular outlets. Decently priced, in fact. I think you should come and look for it. But for that, and thank you for joining us, I would like to thank you for listening to my channel. This is Alan J. Fisher leaving you today. You have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments what you would like to see more of. Whether you want some poetry, whether you want some stories, whether you want anything at all. I'm happy to provide you. Take care. Thanks a lot. Bye.